What's up, guys? Triarius Wargaming here, giving you the weekend update. So we got a couple things to look at this episode. So first, I got a bench update for you, kind of fill you in on what I've been working on and what the future plans are, or the immediate plans anyways. So we got the bench update. I do want to look at some Wargaming news as well. So those are kind of the two things, bench update, Wargaming news. So we'll go to the bench and I'll show you what I've been working on here. All right, as we go to the bench, you can see you got a lot of different projects on the go. So I'm going to kind of take you through them and kind of talk about what my plans are. So back here, we got the 3rd century Romans. So I think in one of my last videos, I had highlighted one of these units completed. So now we've got 2 units done and the commanders done as well. So we got those 2 units done. I've got another unit of 3rd century legionaries done except for the shields. So the next step is to get their shields done for them and get them based up. Then we've got the last unit of 3rd century infantry I'm going to be doing. So we've got 12 and change skirmishers to do. So these guys are called the Lanciarii. That's their kind of unit name. They're kind of like the heavily armored legionary skirmishers. So those are the last 3rd century infantry I'm going to be doing for now, I think. Well, that was a lie. So I'm going to be doing some archers, I think, as well. But they're the last kind of legionary infantry. So the plan is I want to get this week, each one of these popsicle sticks, I want to get a stick done each day, I think, during this week. So that will get the 12 done for the weekend, and then we'll get the shield. We'll do all the transfers this weekend, I think. That's the plan, and get them based up. So once all the shields are done, they're based up, what we'll do is probably move to the last of my early 100 Years of War stuff, because there's just a few more figures that need to have some finishing touches with the painting on them, and then we'll get them all based up, and then I'll kind of do a big basing party. So that's the plan with them. So next project, I did buy the new Cadians, the Cadian Stands box. I just really like the look of it, so I painted up a test Cadian. So I think I'm gonna go for, instead of a very uniform look, I'm going to go for a very irregular look. So this guy I did kind of in reverse colors. I want to do a real, like, I don't know, Vietnam, World War II vibe with these guys. So there's still some details to be done on this guy, but I just wanted to test out some color patterns. I think I'm actually going to do them kind of a mix of fatigues and armor colors. So with the lore, I guess, Cadia is destroyed. So I'm imagining these kind of ragtag units without supply, different units being merged together, etc. So they're going to have, I think, a range of different armor types and fatigues. And I think as a whole, they will actually work. I'll try and do some common elements to kind of blend them together. But I think it'll make for kind of a cool looking unit. But I did... this was like kind of a real impulse buy. I just really liked the sculpts. I just couldn't help myself. And I feel like once you, kind of open the bucket on GW, the floodgates are open, and they kind of have you. So I bought the box. I got some Sentinels to do as well. I like the Sentinels a lot, actually. I got some really cool plans for those. So I'll be doing the Sentinels at some point as well. Although that's kind of a distraction from my other projects. So this one is going to be in bits and pieces. I don't plan to finish this army until probably like next year, to be honest. But I just wanted to. It's just another thing to work on, I guess. So with the Space Wolf force, I mentioned in my previous video, doing chain of command Space Wolves. So these are my next 5 assault intercessors or whatever. I'm kind of mixed. So at this stage, they're basically assembled. And then the next stage is the green stuff sculpting. So, to make them look more like barbarians in space. And what I've been doing with these, so I've already done about 15 Space Marines, but I've been getting like bits off of Victrix historical kits, like these wolf pelts are from one of their Roman kits, and mixing that with green stuff and sticking stuff like that on them just to get that barbarian look. Those guys in the back, they are partly painted but need a lot more work. That, you know, I hadn't ever painted Space Marines before, so those were well, I have painted them, but not for like 20 years, so those were kind of the test models. And then I've got another 5 I've got assembled back there, and then I've actually got another 10 to assemble with jump packs. So I'm actually really enjoying this project. I'm having a lot of fun with it. It's just kind of cool and something different. So the plan is to have 3 sections of 10 men basically for the platoon, and then I've got the walker and stuff. And I think at that point, you know, if it wasn't so expensive, like I could see myself buying a lot more of this Warhammer stuff, but at that point it's going to be time to move on to the orcs, and then, you know, I can add in some stuff at a later date. So another thing I was kind of working on here and there is this command group for, so these are a little later than the 3rd century Romans, but you know, the plan is to go into the later period too. But this is actually from Westwind Miniatures. I saw this diorama. I thought this would be an awesome objective marker, or I don't know, command base for the late Romans, this wounded commander giving orders. So these are, you know, only partially painted as well, but I don't know, I just thought they were cool models to do, so they'll get finished at some point as well. Other thing we're looking at, Panzer IV. This is my last like World War II model to paint. I do want to go in harder to the World War II stuff. I don't know whether this will be this year, you know, financially speaking, but at least probably next year. And I feel like I've actually been talking about that for years, but I do, I've got basically my US infantry and my German infantry done, but I don't have a ton of vehicles. So what I would like to do is really invest in vehicles, so have the full suite of vehicles available. You know, I did do Panzer Grenadiers, so I would like you know, I've got 1 half-track, I would like more half-tracks, so the whole platoon could be mounted. Same with my US, I want enough half-tracks that potentially they could all be mounted. And then this is delving into the range of insanity, but, you know, having some half-tracks empty and some with crew to show, you know, whether they're crewed or not. But that might be kind of pushing it a little bit. Potentially, we'll see. All right, so that's what we got on the bench. I think, yeah, this is what I want to get wrapped up in the next few weeks or so. And then we'll go over to the Wargaming news. Some Wargaming news I'm super excited about, so we'll go to that.
What I really wanted to talk about is the Wargames Atlantic weekly update, their Friday update. So they have their, you know, 3D printed stuff that, you know, they've been talking about for, you know, they launched this 3D printed stuff. That's not what I'm talking about. We got this stuff. But what I wanted to look at is this sneak peek down here, which has got me really excited. So I'm wondering, and I'm curious what you all think this might be. But for me, as kind of an ancient, historic kind of gamer, this has really piqued my curiosity. So they do these sneak peeks. Often they take a long time to really, you know, ever actually release the models that they preview. But they've been mentioning on their website that they're going to be doing an ancient Germanics army builder. And when I'm looking at this, you know, what I'm seeing is these wicker shields, which look to me very ancient Germanic. Some of these guys look like they're bare-legged, which kind of or they have these short pants, bare-legged and short pants, which makes me think, you know, I wonder if these are, you know, supposed to be Dark Age British stuff, you know, like the Irish or something, like an Irish army builder. I have no idea. But given that they've kind of hinted at, or they've outright stated they're doing some army builder sets for the late Romans and the Germanics, that's what I'm kind of wondering if this is. And that is something, if that is the case, I'm really excited. If they're not Germans, I think they look like they could be very easily head swapped into being Germans anyways, personally. So let me know what you think. I'm personally, this has really piqued my interest. I'm very excited about this. I'm really curious to see what they do for their late Roman army builder sets. And I know I've been saying army builder. What that is basically for their sets, it's double the amount of models. So I think you get like 60 something models in the set, but they're more like monopose. But in this case, I think it works pretty well. So yeah, let me know what you think. I would be pumped if that's what this is, and if those were being released soon. But anyways, that's it from me for this weekend. Take it easy, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.